Hey guys, welcome to Pillars of Eternity, and this is gonna be a 3-part Let's Play. That's right, I'm continuing my series of 3-part Let's Plays where basically on within a week, on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I upload 1 part each of a Let's Play, just because I want to check out a new game, and I also, well, I get to bring you some new content with no strings attached, and you guys know it's gonna be 3 parts, and each part is gonna be about 40 minutes, which means it's gonna be about 2 hours worth of gameplay. And if the series, or if that 3-part Let's Play gets a good enough response, then I might consider continuing the Let's Play all the way until I finish at least the main quest. But if it doesn't get good enough response, then, well, next week, or, well, the next time at least, I get to try something new, and you guys get to see something new. This way, I get to play a bit of a new game, and you get to see a new game, and, well, no pressure, and that's the whole point of it. It allows me to get new content out. So, let's get this going. We're on Pillars of Eternity, and all I really know about the game is it's basically like the slightly more old-school Western RPG. So let's go ahead and click on New Game. And now, difficulty. And let's see, I'm not going to play on easy. Normal difficulty requires strategy and efficiency, but forgives a few mistakes. Hard difficulty for Infinity Engine veterans. Now, I've never used the Infinity Engine. This is notably not Dungeons and Dragons. It's not D&D sort of stats and stuff like that. It's something different. Path of the Damned, I don't think I'm gonna do that. Expert mode disables number of helper features in the game. I think I'll leave these off. I'm just gonna do a normal Let's Play. I think you can change the difficulty later on, but I don't think you can turn these on. But for a first time, I'm just gonna stick to normal. And let's go ahead and accept. Alright, here we go. Obsidian Entertainment presents Pillars of Eternity. Well, that's one way to start a game.
5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Alright, well, I do know that Pillars of Eternity is very dialogue heavy, so I'll try not to read out too much, but this is the intro, so we gotta know what's up. It seems like I'm not doing too well. So, let's press done here. Alright, here we go, character creation. Now, I don't want to spend too much time on character creation because it's, well, you'll never get to see any gameplay like that, and I don't want to spend the whole first part creating a character. So I'm just going to go with my gut instinct here. I'm going to go with male. The place of men in society varies from culture to culture. Cultures like Adair and the Deerwood place them at the forefront of military politics, heavy labor. Among the tribes of Nasitak, men perform many of the homesteading and organizational duties. Alright, so a bit of background there. Ooh, race. Human, Aumana, Dwarf, Elf, Orlan, and Godlike. What's Godlike? That guy's face is a bit messed up. But oh, okay, they do have bonuses. Dexterity and Intellect plus. Again, I don't want to pick anything too otherworldly here. I tend to like to stick to the human. Resolve and Might. Resolve reflects the character's internal drive. Might represents a character's physical and spiritual strength. Yeah, that seems good. So yeah, I'm gonna stick to human, really. Commonly called folk are the most common race in the Direward, the Adair Empire, Old Vilia, and the Vilian Republics. Though not as large as the towering Aumana, humans are known for their strength and willpower. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with human. Now, meadow folk, ocean folk, or savannah folk? Okay, a bit of different backstory. Let's see. Meadow folk lived in the area. Elven forests, open plains, ocean folk. Let's see, migrated to far reaches of the world. Ocean folk are the dominant culture in the Vylian republics, also common in the Direwood. And savannah folk, Natlan, from just south of the equator, and with the exception of some groups migrated north. I'm feeling the savannah folk. I'm from around the equator, not just south of the equator. I'm from just north of the equator, but I'm feeling savannah folk. It doesn't look like this bonus. This fighting spirit seems to be the same for all of them. Accuracy, damage, yeah, it's pretty much the same. Okay, so there's no particular difference here. I'm gonna go for savannah folk. Okay, so I'm class barbarian, chanter, cipher. These are some new things. Ranger, rogue, wizard, druid. I always did like playing the druid. You sort of get some spells, some animal abilities. Let's see. Ooh, there's a lot of bonuses down here. Let's see. A druid gets +1 to lore, +2 to survival, endurance. What's this? Very low, very low, high. Deflection is high. Druids have access to a variety of offensive and support-oriented spells. Yeah, I kind of always did like playing the druid, but let me just check. Wizards I always find a little inconvenient because they have no combat abilities. Rogues, similarly, they have combat abilities, but you can't really face things head on. Ranger is sort of a nice one to go for as well. Paladin, nice combat battle mage sort of type, I'm guessing. Athletics and law. Barbarian, nah, I never liked the barbarian. I find it a bit too straightforward. Chanter, I'm guessing this is sort of the religious one. Invocations. Alright, I'm gonna go with druid, because I like druid. Look, he gets a little shield, gets a little sword, gets some nice... Ooh, spirit shift. All druids have mastered one animalistic form. These forms give the druid strong melee abilities and grant an additional power. Alright, that sounds good. Spirit shift, okay, so I can shift into something. Now, I want to pick something strong. Maybe a bear? Let's see. Speed instant, 1 per encounter. Okay, that's pretty good. Boar, that's pretty strong. Cat, maybe not. Stag, wolf. Oh, there is actually, let's see. The bear has high damage reduction. Invoke a terrifying roar. The boar, endurance, damage over time with melee attacks. The cat, burst even faster attacks. High defense for the stag, and can attack a group of enemies with its melee carnage attack. Oh, that sounds nice. And the spirit shift wolf quickly has an attack that can knock enemies prone, knockdown. Okay, but I like the stag. If I get cornered or up against a lot of enemies, I can spirit shift into the stag and then just sort of go with it. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna take the stag next. All right, here comes the attributes. So it's got some nice big stars here. Highly recommended for druid is might and intellect. I like that combo, smart and strong. So resolve is also recommended for druid, with the rest being normal. So we got 15 points. So I'm just gonna boost might and intellect. I'll follow its suggestions and boost everything else by 1, with 1 left over. Should I add another into resolve or boost my intellect? I do know that this game is very dialogue heavy, so these stats will play a role in encounters, especially like might, intellect. Actually, all of these will have useful things. Resolve, I'm not too sure. Let's see. What will intellect do? Area of effect increase, duration, and will to our spells, I guess. How about might? Extra damage and healing? And plus 10 fortitude. Might would be useful in combat. Intellect... I will be able to talk myself out of more situations with higher intellect. Alright, I'm gonna go for 16 in intellect, 15 in might, 13 in resolve, and just boosted constitution, dexterity, and perception by 1, just so they're not too low. Alright, so let's go next. Now, culture. Oh, we actually get more bonuses. The Ader, resolve, dexterity. Do we actually start with different weapons as well? Ixamital Plains, Old Vylia, intellect +1. Oh wow, you actually get a bonus intellect if I do that. Constitution, might, perception. Let's see, might. The Living Lands is a mountainous region in a large northern island renowned for its diversity of plant and animal life. Its weather is unpredictable and ecosystems very dramatic from valley to valley. So I was looking at might and intellect. I could use this to get the other one to 16. Old Valia, the once a crown jewel of the southern seas. Old Valia is crumbled remnants of empire warring merchants, countering many humans and dwarves. Sylph forces were proud of their rich and cultural heritage. Oh, okay. That sounds good. Okay, but this gives intellect +1. Okay, I'm gonna go back. Swap might over, so 16, 16. And this will boost it. Yeah, so that gets it to 16 and 16. Okay, good. We're going with that. Next, background. Ooh. Oh, this actually gives boost here. Aristocrat, law, artist is law, survival, stealth. I'm probably not going to be too stealthy. Athletics and mechanics. Traps and locks. I always find law to be quite useful in dialogue in these sorts of situations, but I don't want to be an aristocrat. Artist, yeah, the old Valia guys were proud of their cultural heritage, so I think I'm gonna go with artist here. Though picking that culture did give me this giant battle axe, so I'm not sure how cultural they really are, but I like the artist look. Let's go with that. Now, colors. I don't think this is all too important. I think I should just sort of go for neutral colors. I don't really want to stand out. Yeah, let's just go for brown. Maybe a darker brown for the pants. Skin? Well, I am from this is sort of like a tanned look. Yeah, I'm from a tropical region. Hair? I like the red hair. I don't want it. No, that's too much. This sort of orange hair. Yeah, that hair is a bit. No. I'll go with the default. I like that sort of orange hair. Facial hair. Oh, the portrait. Yeah, we don't really. I do tend to want this to match. I don't want to pick that sort of face with this sort of portrait. So let's go through the portraits. Yeah, we got 67. So I'm just gonna have a scrub through. Want something neutral. I tend to pick something like this with a helmet on because it's sort of. Oh, this is a good one. As long as I don't have facial hair, it fits. Number 33. Because it fits whatever character I pick, and I won't get that sort of weird feeling at looking at my 3D character and seeing the portrait, which is completely different. That's always really annoying for me. So yeah, there's some crazy ones there. We're basically a human. I think I'm gonna go for this guy. It's got a green background as well. We're a druid, which means our facial hair needs to be nothing. Okay, there we go. Head. A few heads to choose from. I guess that will do. Head number 2. This guy looks rather young. Head number 4. Head number 4 has... I don't know, head number 4 is fine. Pretty young. Yeah, I'm not that old. Hair. Okay, let's see. Something pretty normal like that. Yeah. Let me have a quick scrub through. Some of these are pretty anime-ish. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for that normal one. Hair number 10. There we go. That's quite a realistic hairstyle. People didn't style their hairs in these fantasy worlds. Okay, good. We're gonna go with that. Next. Voice.
Well? Follow me. Attack!
Time to see and not be seen.
I shall lead us.
Right. Oh, you could pick none.
A blade in the dark.
It's strange how they allow you to pick female. Actually, it's not strange. I mean,
Leading the way.
I don't see why not.
Take him down.
You could have a female voice if you like, but
Keeping an eye out.
that's a bit much.
What is it?
What is it?
Now I am the leader of the group.
Yeah, that guy's a bit much.
Steady does it. Yeah, follow me. Nice and slow.
Stoic seems pretty nice.
Leading the way.
That guy, no.
My eyes are peeled. Huh? I've got this.
No, thank you.
Sharp eyes and keen ears.
No. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going with Stoic.
Follow me.
Follow me. Yes, he sounds most like me, actually. So, I'm gonna go with that. Enter name, and as usual, I'm just gonna put my name here. GamerZakh. The druid savannah folk from Old Valia artist with a stoic voice. And a hooded appearance. Sure, why not? There we go, and character creation done. Now let's jump into the game and see what we're in for. Oh, here we go. Journey to the Gilded Vale. That's where we're going, I guess. Oh, here we go. We set up camp. The caravan... Okay, here's all the dialogue. We can actually expand this. Okay, so there's a lot of dialogue in here, and I'll read the important stuff. I'll try to avoid talking to everyone in the game, but when we're having stuff like this, I'm gonna read it out. Caravan Master Odima. The Caravan Master finishes addressing the group, his bushy red sagging jowls quivering as if for emphasis. Okay.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
He nods towards a looming black mass on the hillside.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who would be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks.
Sounds like a good idea.
Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the Caravan Master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over. Alright, I'm sick, aren't I?
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day.
Well, we should get some water then.
There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry. About the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water.
Alright, so, okay, we'll get some water and we need these springberries.
I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
He nods in your direction. Sparfell nods and slides the worn bow over his shoulders. Okay, where would I find these berries?
They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
Knowing RPGs is probably sparkly. What are those ruins?
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear.
Right.
Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pawn. So I hear.
Right, okay. So this tip over here says some... basically my character choices will open up new dialogue options. Okay, so who did build those ruins? Let's get a bit of backstory here. Who did build the ruins?
Got different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
Right, and last question. What are these giant crystally rocks that we've settled next to?
They don't got Audra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories.
Right.
It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days. The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that.
Right, okay. I'll go see about those berries then.
Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
He scans over the travelers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy, armor-clad woman who has spent the journey's night sleeping on uneven ground without blanket or pillow. Sounds tougher than I am.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
Kalisha. She looks over in her own time.
He needs to find some springberries. Watch that he doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her. You're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything.
Right, she really seems to care about us.
Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
A beer wick? What's a beer wick?
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
Okay, I'm gonna skip most of these tutorial messages. I think I pretty much know how this game works. I saw a bit of gameplay before. It's talking about moving characters.
Right.
Yeah, okay, so that's fine. There's a lot of buttons down here, which I guess I'll... Fast mode active, slow mode active. What's... And that's pause? Okay. Okay, most people, talking about the people we encounter.
Anyone need supplies? I've got sundries for sale.
Okay, let's see what we can do. Here done. Hello? You see a man wearing simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
Right, well, he scratches one cheek with his knuckles. It's covered with uneven stubble, as if he hasn't quite gotten used to shaving on the road. Oh, he's a city guy, is he?
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
Let's see what you've got. I don't even know what we have. Looks like we trade with copper pieces. Yes, okay. And we have 100 copper pieces. Can I bring up my inventory? I can. Okay, we got weapon sets here, quick items. So Kalisha is carrying a battle axe and a torch. I'm carrying a poleaxe. A poleaxe? Poleaxe, yes. Okay. That's a crafting system as well. Oh, I'm not gonna get into that yet. Okay. Is there anything we want? Let's see. Crossbow, greatsword. I don't think I need to buy anything specific, really. Because my thing, I've only got 100 copper pieces and none of these. I can't afford armor. Okay. I don't need any of that. Let's head on out. Now can we... Oh, we can zoom out quite far. Okay, let's keep it at a reasonable zoom distance here. And M for map. Yep. This plays like an RPG. Let's just have a look around. And... Ah, yes. This really does feel like... like Neverwinter Nights or Baldur's Gate or... Look, I'm pressing tab and it highlights interactables. That is gonna be... Ooh, Orland's Cradle. Gonna be so much of what I'll be doing here. Just pressing tab. Magnifying glass. The fallen tree doesn't budge. Sap oozes from the jagged
Not looking
wound.
forward to trying to lift that thing tomorrow.
Oh, that's the tree that blocked our path. Okay. Let's see. Can we actually interact with these crates? Caravaner. Can I actually open up that crate? Help myself to things? I can! Deerwood clothing, light armor. I currently have padded armor equipped. So okay, that's useless. How about this? Oh, that's locked. Let's not piss people off yet. How about that one? We're just looting our own camp here. 10 copper pieces and potion of minor regeneration. Whose inventory does that go into? Are copper pieces shared? I think so. And we got this potion of minor regeneration. I'll keep it on me.
Right.
Now. Ooh, exploration is key in Pillars of Eternity. Ah, yes. Opening up the map, no problem. Hello? Who's this? Sparfell.
I'll have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
Okay, so he's supposed to be getting our water, because I need to drink water or I'm gonna die. Another plant to harvest here. Admeth's Wort? The path winds through a narrow canyon back the way you came. Okay.
We shouldn't stray too far.
Not that way,
Let's
then.
check by those outcroppings.
Oh, here we go. Combat. Pausable real-time system. So it pauses right when we start, and... Let's see. Let's attack. Now, I did have an ability. There we go. Spirit Shift Stag. 1 per encounter. Let's try it out. And how do we unpause? Spacebar?
Let's check by those outcroppings.
Oh, look at that. I'm a giant stag man. Let's see. We've been engaged in melee. Don't move. Yeah, okay, don't worry. Let's continue. All characters, friend or foe, 4 primary defenses, deflection, fortitude, reflexes. Okay, I'm sure I'll figure this out. Damage reduction is DR. Okay, having difficulty hurting enemy. Yeah, okay, no problem. Let's kill this wolf. Yes. Young wolf, no problem. There we go. Now let's loot the wolf. And it has a wolf hide. Sensible. Sometimes these RPGs have weird things like gold and gems coming off wolves. I guess that's the sparkly berry bush we've been looking for.
This is it.
Oh, there we go. We've got the Springberries. Word is, you're some kind of artist. That's so? Says Kalisha. Let's see. More of a performer, living as an artisan. Traditional sense, I capture life as I see it, create something new. Now that's an artist thing to say. Yeah, how is that how is it you happen to come here? No one understood my work, lived in a slum, no longer feel inspired. I've somehow lost it. Again, that's what artists would say. Some things just aren't in the stars and there's no changing it. Makes you wonder if the gods like putting us in situations that can't be resolved. Just to see what we'd do. Been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Raedric's offer makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You here to settle like the rest of the lot? I have no idea. No harm in that. Might as well see the place first. Okay, let's see. So you must have some other plans in mind coming this way? Hope to meet someone and fall in love. Probably same things I did before, just looking for some adventure, really. That's really what I'm looking for. You should hook up with an expedition. Some of the bigger towns send regular groups to unexplored areas. Anyway, wasting time. Yes, let's get back to camp. Actually, should tell me about yourself? Nah, it's okay. Let's get back to camp. This isn't really the time. And, yes, General. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparfel's getting your water anytime soon. He does what he feels like and when he feels like. We should check up on him. Slap him around a little. Stream's just this way. Alright.
Huh?
Now, when she says this way, I don't actually know which way, but I'm guessing it's down here. Now, let's keep pressing tab to highlight any... There we go. What is that? Burned lady, a kind of mushroom. Okay. Who's getting all of these items? Is it going into... We're picking up these plants and stuff, but... Is it in crafting food? No? Oh, we can actually craft food. I don't actually know where those items are going. Never mind. We'll just keep picking them up. Yeah, it says Burned Lady was added to stash. What's a stash? Is it like our inventory back home or something? Well, never mind. Let's have a look around. Let's see. Here's the river. So I could really just help myself to some water here. I can't drink, can I? No. Okay. Oh. Travelers maybe, or looters, or bandits. Bad sign anyway you figure it. The corpse is cold to the touch, and a ripe smell wafts from it in putrid waves. A dark, crusted bloodstain besmirched its simple linen clothing. And we can steal that simple linen clothing. This armor that you're wearing is better than mine. So let's see. I'm currently wearing padded armor. Kalisha is wearing medium armor. Okay, I'll wear this instead. There we go. I'll keep that wolf pelt on me. Okay. There we go. A little bit of exploration led to a bit of extra loot. Ah, I love it when games do that. They reward you for exploration. I mean, it did say exploration was key, didn't it? Now, let's see. Maybe Sparfel went across the river. Let's have a look out.
Barfel went hunting. At least he left the water skins. Come on.
Ah, there we go. Use tab to highlight objects. Water skins. You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water while Kalisha waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look up sharply towards the tree line. Out of the trees emerges Sparfel, one of the guides, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there is a strangeness to his gait, his stride wobbly as he moves towards you with labored breath. Kalisha
Sparfel?
Frowns.
Are you alright?
Are you alright? Sparfel's toe catches on a rock, and he collapses forward in a heap, the feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag. Uh-oh. Looks like we ran into the natives.
Ambush!
Ambush. From all sides. So, okay. Let's see. Let's see what skills we have here. So Kalisha does actually have knockdown. Okay. So you go knock down this Glanfathen Hunter. Meanwhile, I will turn into a stag and attack this person. That sounds like a good idea. What's this? Oh, I have first level druid spells. I'm gonna have to explore those later. But let's see if this combat works out as intended. Okay, okay, no problem. That's just about what weapons are effective. Kalisha, weren't you supposed to knock that guy down? Knock him down. Oh, let's pause. Good thing we do have pause. Let's remember to pause here. There we go, knocked him down. And then, okay, I'm running over. I automatically attack. There we go. Perfect.
To camp.
Well, before we get back to camp, let's loot the bodies. Always could do with the cash. A bow and hide armor. Oh, we might be able to sell it. Now, let's have a quick look around. Looks like they had a camp here. The footprints around the campfire are indistinct and may have been here for days or longer. Oh, okay. And a beer. Perfect. Now, I do want to sort of pick up all these little lootables. Deer cap, sorry. And that looks to be all the things we can loot. Let's head back to camp. How's our health doing, actually? 38, 48. I'm not sure if we heal outside of combat. But either way, let's head back to camp. Sparfell sort of died, but we did get our water. Uh-oh. More combat here. Okay. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna attack this guy. I will turn into a stag, and you will knock down this guy. We'll focus on this one guy here, this bow guy. Okay, let's not focus on that bow guy. There's two melee guys here, and you are gonna knock down this guy. I will attack this guy. There we go. Now we gotta deal with that archer before things get too dicey here. Now, knock down that archer. There we go. How are we doing? And, okay, this is going quite well. Oh, I scored a crit. Perfect. So, did he explode into meat chunks? Man, that was some crit, huh? Wow, that's a lot of axes, shield, armor, 10 copper coins, as long as we can carry it. Oh, that was from both bodies. Oh, that's handy. When bodies die close to each other, we can loot them together, and... Huh, that's Hyodan. And the rest of the camp are pretty much dead. Ooh. Glanfathan leader. All around you lie the massacred remains of the other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy. Kalisha puts the back of her left hand to her mouth as if to ward away some poisonous vapor. A handful of dark figures stand above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if it were half-split logs. One of them, towering and severe with a thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of a man you recognize as Hyodan. Oh, that's not Hyodan, that's Hyodan over there. The last of your caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life for a fight you will lose. Okay, well, let's see. Can we talk our way out of this? I got this lore count here. The ruin has not been sullied by our hands, men of Glanfath. That's a good way to start. Your words carry no weight when I have seen the truth with my own eyes. Blood must be paid for this intrusion. I have a rank in disposition reputation. Okay. Looks like I can build reputation in this game. Okay. So I say again, lay down your arms. Don't trust them, they mean to kill us all. Okay, here's some stuff. Oh, I like how they actually show requirements not met. Perception 14, Resolve 15, Athletics 1, Might 14, only a fool attacks a weak enemy while a stronger one yet lives. Intellect 15, Intellect 13, wow, that's actually really nice. If you have Intellect 13, you can say that, but because I have Intellect, a higher Intellect, I got Intellect 16, I can say this. Judging by the string of animal teeth around your neck, I'm guessing you are worshippers of Galawain. If Galawain told you to stop protecting the ruins, would you? The man frowns and motions as if to swing his axe. Hyodan winces, but the blow never comes. Instead, the man cocks his head, intrigued. Of course, but he would not. It is by the command of all the gods that we accept this charge. Alright, how do you know? Because it's consistent with their beliefs or because it's what you were told? The man glares. It has always been known to my people. I see. And what of Galawain's edict that weakness and age must be purged by youth and strength? You think Galawain would want some moldy, crumbling stones to survive long after their builders have turned to dust? The man's nostrils flares as he fumes. He would not. He told us otherwise. I'm sure he did, just not you personally. Why? But why should that stop you from killing innocents? Distracted, the man's grip falters on his axe handle, and he nearly fumbles it, affording Heodan the moment he needs to dodge out of his swing, which comes too late. Howling with rage, the man charges you instead. Well, looks like the intellect thing worked out. Now, we got another party here. Okay, so he's just gonna start by attacking that guy. Blinding strike. That's a good one to do. And Kalisha, you're gonna go knock down the archer, and I am going to turn into a stag and engage this guy. Let's see how this works out. There we go. So, oh, that guy actually died. Oh, these guys aren't so tough. There we go. And there we go. Glanfathan leader. Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise, his companions now silent among the dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us! Barely audible beneath his choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good, good, the gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. That doesn't sound so good. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it is rending you apart from within. That sounds unpleasant. Seated against a wagon wheel amidst the howling maelstrom, slashed across the chest and bowel, Odima's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head. His eyes barely open. He looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
Sounds like a plan. Let's get inside. What is this? Is that what did he call it before? The air weir something? What? Some sort of dangerous winds. Straining against the gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step. You set your hands in the worn folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With a last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up onto a ledge. Heodan trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers who had been feigning death lunges for Heodan and topples him onto the rocky ground. Restrained, Heodan lashes out against his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you, despite the wind from your position. If you were to throw your weapon at the attacker, you would have a good chance at hitting your mark. Wow, that looks pretty gruesome. Okay, Dexterity 15 requirement not met, damn it. Throw your weapon or allow Heodan to break free on his own. He is not gonna break free on his own. So, the choice. Here's the first big choice. If I throw my weapon, I'm definitely losing it. My big axe. Well then again, I haven't really been using the axe. I've been using stag form, haven't I? Alright. Let's save Heodan. Throw your weapon at the attacker. Your aim is true. And the hit jars Heodan loose. Lurching to his feet, Heodan clambers up the base of the rocks. You better make it. As he nears the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. Oh no. But diving out onto the hard rocks, you manage to catch hold of it, securing his other hand. You pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. They hold just long enough for Heodan to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. There is a deep resonance to the swelling wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. And we made it inside. Was that? I'm not sure what that was.
A Bewick. Had to be.
A Bewick, that's what he called it.
Alive.
Oh, then we're lucky to be alive, she said.
And we're the only ones.
He's got a point.
There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside.
I suppose that's a good idea. Alright, well, we've been playing for about 40 minutes now, and I guess we've managed to get through the first bit. We've got some new journal entries here. The ruins of Sealant Lis? How do you pronounce that? Lis? Well, we're still trying to get to the Gilded Veil. Addendum added. I have narrowly escaped the strange and deadly wind that tore through the valley. Well, that I suppose I'll bring that part 1 to a close here. We've got 3 people with us. I've got myself, GamerZakh, Kalisha, and Heodan. Heodan not so suited for this environment, but I guess we're gonna be okay in this cave. I'm not too sure. Either way, this is the end of part 1 on my 3-part Let's Play. Remember, the episodes release on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and if it gets a good enough response, I might continue the series, even though Pillars of Eternity is probably a really long game with a lot of reading. But either way, that's the end of this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.